Hi Lions, my name is Audrey Alison and this is your February forecast, and it's going to be a great month because the full moon is in Leo this month. I'll get into that in a minute. Okay, Venus, starting off the top of February, Venus went direct on January 31st. Venus is the planet of love and money, okay? But now she is direct in Capricorn. Capricorn for you, Leo, is your 6th house of daily routines and health and your schedule, your daily job, your regimens. Okay, so now that Venus, the planet of love and money, is direct in the 6th house for you, you could find that the way you're steadily earning an income has you more at ease. Venus retrograde in that area, you could have been struggling to balance things out financially. Also, your heartstrings a little bit. If you're in a relationship, it might have been tricky for you to maintain a schedule with your lover or significant other from December 21st through January 31st when she was retrograde. But now that she's direct, it should be smooth sailing in that sixth house for you. Okay, so Mercury also on the 31st entered Pisces. It changed signs on the 31st of January. Okay, so Mercury for you in Pisces, Leo, is your 8th house. Your 8th house of sex and death and other people's resources and inheritances and wills and taxes. Okay, so what does this mean? It means Mercury, the planet of communication and speech and talk and local travel and writing and the mind, the intellect, computers, cars, cell phones, all of that, okay? All of those little technologies Mercury governs. Now, Mercury changing signs into Pisces would mean you're able to express yourself regarding sex or other people's money. If you needed to borrow some, it was the time to ask for it. And I'm thinking from the 1st of February just until the 5th of February would be the great time to ask, because Mercury, the same planet in Pisces, is going retrograde. Boo. From the 6th of February through the 28th for the whole month, effective the 6th. But the first retrograde of Mercury happens until the 12th in Pisces, okay? So in this 8th house of other people's resources and sex. But then from the 12th to the 28th, it's retrograding even deeper into Aquarius. And Aquarius is your opposite sign, Leo, and this is in your 7th house of relationships. So, okay. February is not the month for you to want, if you're in a relationship, it's not the month to try to establish where you are in this relationship. What is our label? This is not the month to go there. March is a good month for that because it's going to work against you, okay? With a Mercury retrograde in your 8th and 7th house, so it's relationships and your sex, I would keep quiet. I would keep a little quiet in February regarding where you stand or having deep conversations with your significant other. Now, if you're not in a relationship, what this could mean is that you find if you're out and you're meeting people, or if you're at the local scene, you're watching bands play, you're at a bar, you're out with your friends at happy hour, whatever you're doing, if you're online dating, if you're online, Mercury's going to put a hold on who you're connecting with, okay, for as far as relationships or who you're having even, you know, casual flings with. Mercury's going to put that on hold if it's online because it's not going to come through with the retrograde and all the technologies. If you're meeting people face to face, you might not feel comfortable communicating about sex during this time, okay? But, you know, February, the good thing is February is a short month, okay? There's 28 days. If you could just hold on and maybe be a little bit more reserved about taking action in your 7th and 8th houses, you're going to be okay. And I do like that Aquarius is your opposite sign, is your polar opposite. So the retrograde in Aquarius won't feel as harsh as it could with some other astrological signs at this time. But now, here's the blessing, okay? Here is the beauty of February for you, Leo. On Valentine's Day, February 14th, we have a full moon, 26 degrees Leo. This is your full moon of the year. You get one. It's in February. Congratulations. Listen, this is big because it's in your first house of self, okay? When a full moon is in your first house, this is your moon for the whole year, okay? Not just for February. So I want you to focus on what you'd like to achieve for this full year while the full moon is shining and illuminating your first house sector. Because this could manifest very quickly. You know, Jupiter is in your second house right now. Jupiter's in Cancer. So, I'm sorry, Jupiter's in your 12th house right now of quiet mental manifestations and spirituality. So, if you wanted to focus on this full moon on Valentine's Day for where you want to head this full year with your inner growth, your own spiritual success, also in your self-expression and your personality and your demeanor and how you're coming across to other people in your first house would be amazing, and what you'd like to achieve for your soul self. This is the time to do it, and that's a longer weekend because we have that President's Day coming up on the 17th. So take your time during that weekend. You know, really, Valentine's Day can be harsh for people who aren't in relationships. If you are, you know, really affected by that, try to just be happy. If you're not in a relationship, be happy not being in a relationship and take advantage of the things that you can do that people in relationships can't. Traveling anytime you want to, not asking for permission for things. Go on a weekend, you know, get in your car. I do that all the time. It's fun, you know, and you can always meet people wherever you are. But for those of you in relationships, this full moon, it only enhances the romance and pleasure because it's a Leo full moon, the 5th house. I mean, it's your first house, but Leo governs the 5th. Romance, creativity, children, sports, pleasure, leisure. It's like, you know, you win with the 5th house. Now, on the 18th, the sun goes into Pisces, like it does every February. This is your 8th house again of sex. You've got a lot of 8th house action this month and 6th house action, okay? So, if you are, oh, I understand. This could also mean taxes. You know, 8th house is resources and other people's money and inheritances and money and things coming to you, due to you. Taxes, even though in a retrograde it's not the best time at all to be signing paperwork or signing and getting your taxes prepared. But you can think about initiating these things and get all of your paperwork aligned, okay, and then get your taxes done the first week of March. Get things lined up from the 18th of February when the sun goes into your 8th house. It's going to be shiny. You're going to be gathering your receipts and getting your binders together and making your appointment, okay? But then take action upon doing so in March would be great for you, Leo. This was interesting to me on the 25th of February. Pluto, which has been stationed in Capricorn forever, sextiles. Pleasant aspect is a sextile. Sextiles Chiron in Pisces. This is, again, your 6th house and your 8th house sectors. So what this is doing is bringing a positive energy to your daily routine, to your health. If you've been ill, you'll have some reprieve from the 25th on, okay? But also, now that Venus is direct in that 6th house, you should be feeling better in February than you had in January if you caught that nasty flu, or if you've been dealing with sinus infections like myself. You could take some reprieve, Leo, that the sextile with Chiron, which is the asteroid of wounded healing, the wounded healer wants to heal, affecting the 6th and 8th house. You can be healing through... You could be healing through sex. You could also be healing over the loss of a loved one. Okay? That would make sense to me. Oh, yeah. So those of you, you know, a lot of Leos have lost people. Well, we all lose people through death, but Leos have had it rough for a full year from this month, from last February. If you are Leo rising or sun sign is Leo, this would affect you because Leo is your first house. So you could be healing from loss, okay, which is a beautiful thing. You could also be healing through the transformations of inheritances and wills and where this loss can take you. I want to pull some tarot cards and see what the cards have to say for you for the month of February, Leo. And I feel like it'll have to do with the 6th and 8th house, but we'll see what happens. The 9 of Coins is the money tree. This is prosperity, health, well-being. So that is a combination of the 6th and 8th house. Health, and then 8th, prosperity, money. You could have planted seeds, not literally, unless you're Jack and the Beanstalk, you know, planting your magic money seeds. You could have planted your intentions regarding money, and you could have focused on that over the previous months, and you'll see it come to fruition or bloom through this card. Ooh, 2 of Wands, one lover lost into the other, Hermes and Aphrodite. The card of Mercury here, which is, we're dealing with the retrograde this month. And also, right here, is the planet of Venus, which just went direct this month. You totally can't even make this up. Because, gosh, I mean, it just makes sense to me. This has to do with the full moon in Leo and the activity of Venus and Mercury with you, Leo. It's in that 8th house of sex. And this is one lover lost in the other. You could be finding that even though the retrograde slows things down, it could be taking you deeper into a sexual realm with a partner or a few, whatever you're into. Okay, so the 10 of Cups, I pulled it like this and just flipped it over for the camera, and I know what this is all about. This is a Mercury retrograde. This is the internet, the connected network that brings people together. When it's a reversed card, it means it's not working appropriately, and that's absolutely due to a Mercury retrograde. It's going to slow things down, okay? We can't avoid it. It happens 3 times a year for 3 weeks at a time. But I'm really loving this month in regards to you having this full moon with you in your first house, and then Jupiter is protecting you in your 12th house of your inner quiet reflections and your psychic abilities and spirituality and your creative endeavors. 12th house could be your creative endeavors. You could have a lot of luck there as well. All right, Leo, I hope you enjoyed your forecast. My name is Audrey Allison, and you can book an appointment with me. I read all through the week. I read for clients all over the world, actually, and I'm available at audreyallison.com, and you can also find me on Facebook at Audrey Allison Astrology and Tarot. I'm wishing you a beautiful February, and I will see you next month. Have a sweet day.